renowned Inuit artist Ohito Ashuna. These tremendous awards are absolutely wonderful. Bourdais, we are hearing, has hit the wall. There he is, and it's with Doornbos. They've collided in turn 3.
Well, look at that.
Ooh, wow.
This is going to be an interesting situation post-race, Jeremy. They're in the third turn, and just from what we're seeing, I'm going to assume Doornbos went for a pass that went a little bit awry, and now we see the two championship leaders in the wall, and the man third in the points that these two are fighting with is in the lead of this race. This could have huge implications for the championship.
Wow, couldn't it just? Coming into the weekend, Sebastian Bourdais and Robert Doornbos were tied on 145 points apiece. Will Power was only 16 points behind Sebastian Bourdais on 131. Right now, Will Power, if he can maintain this advantage, will gain 31 points. The best these two guys can hope for is, what, 8th and 9th, which is, look at that, just drilled it, didn't he?
He really did. That was 100% mistake on Doornbos's part. He just went in a little bit too high.
Look at Bourdais waving his hands there in frustration. Here we are on board with Justin Wilson looking backward.
Yeah, just classic.
Looked to me like Bourdais left his brake in a little bit too late there, and I thought Doornbos wasn't a little bit too late, he was a lot too late.
Yeah, it was one of those things where he's just tried to brake a little bit later than Sebastian did to try and gain some time up, but Sebastian had apparently overshot it by a little bit on his own. One more angle, slow motion, so it looks like Sebastian had missed the turn-in by a little bit anyway, but at this point, Robert's already going too fast. They're on a collision course, and the inevitable. I fancy that Sebastian's probably not going to want to shake his hand after this one either, Jeremy.
I think that's going to be 2 weeks in a row. There's a big rivalry developing there, and as you say, it was they're on the podium there, and Robert Doornbos showed absolutely superbly last week in Toronto, in just about everybody's opinion. And you know, even if there was some blocking involved, which nobody saw on any TV monitors, it was still a great drive by Bourdais. He left Sebastian Bourdais at about 1.5 seconds a lap in the closing stages, and still he would not, Sebastian Bourdais would not acknowledge the fact that Doornbos had driven a great race. That was rather sad. He's at least going to limp it back to the pit lane, is Robert Doornbos, so that should enable him to finish ahead of Sebastian Bourdais. So those two are going to be very, very close on the points leaving this event. If he can just complete another lap or two, he will finish one position ahead of Sebastian Bourdais. It looks like they're probably going to be in 8th and 9th places, and an 8th place position is worth 15 points. A win is worth 31, so that's a 16-point margin. Those two are going to be about Cameron Steele.
Driving or paying off and overcoming a little hand slap that Champ Car gave you earlier in the week.
Yeah, it's great to see Will up front. I mean, he deserves to be there. What happened over that penalty was it was just a miscommunication. So we've moved on. Will's doing a great job. Team's doing a fantastic job in the pits. So hopefully we can bring it home in another 5 laps.
We know you never want anybody to crash, but seeing the points leader have a problem there, that's got to give you a little bit of a breath of fresh air for Will, who's looking to move forward.
Yeah, I feel really sorry for Seabass. That's a shame he's in the wall, but you know, it happens to all of us, you know.
Derek Walker, always one with a wry grin on his face, and I think we got a little bit of his humor there.
Yeah, he says he feels very, very sorry. Yes, I'm sure you do, Derek. It's going to be very, very close in the championship stands. There is Robert Doornbos. He has got away from making that pit stop. And let's have a look now at Sebastian Bourdais, just wringing his hands a little bit there. So I think he's maybe done a little bit of damage to that right wrist there, but I don't seem too worried about it. But,
no,